Hello everybody, welcome to Review a Day episode number 38 for Friday, September the 19th, 2008. Hello everybody, welcome to Review a Day, the daily video blog where I review a movie 7 days a week. My name is Leland Brungart and thank you very much for joining me. The film I'm going to review for you guys today is actually an Alfred Hitchcock film I had never seen before, 1943's Shadow of a Doubt. This film is directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Actually, one of the people who wrote the screenplay is Thornton Wilder, who you might know as the person who wrote Our Town. I think it's very interesting because I think some of the aspects of Our Town are very much in this film as well. This film stars Teresa Wright, Joseph Cotten, Patricia Collins, and Henry Travers. You might know Joseph Cotten. He's Jedediah Leland in Citizen Kane, and Henry Travers you will undoubtedly know as Clarence in It's a Wonderful Life. This film tells the story of a young girl named Charlie who lives in a small town with her two parents and her two younger brother and sister. Their Uncle Charlie, I believe she's named after him, comes to visit with them. Everyone loves Uncle Charlie. He brings lots of gifts. At the same time, these two men come kind of doing a survey about middle America and about everyday people. It turns out that they are not, in fact, surveyors, that they are actually they're detectives working on a murder case, and it turns out that Uncle Charlie may in fact be a strangler who strangles old women for their money. Young Charlie actually is the only person who really clues in on it, and she's kind of forced to try and play it out, and it's told in such great Hitchcock style. Every single time I watch Hitchcock, I'm always amazed at how well his movies age. I mean, this movie is 65 years old, and it's still fantastic. He has this really great ability that I love to combine romance and suspense and horror and humor together. The very opening of this film is Uncle Charlie being alone in this room, and he's very kind of dark, and he walks out into the street, and these two men are following him, and he's being paranoid. And it's very tense, and you don't know what is going on. And then in the next scene, it's completely demolished by this very funny scene where we go to small town America with young Charlie and her family, and the mom's cooking, and her younger brother and sister are very funny. And it's just so interesting that he can do both of those in the same film. This film also does a really fantastic job at establishing the family. I think without establishing these characters on their own, we have nothing to root for. Also, I think it's very interesting that the family loves Uncle Charlie, and that young Charlie really likes her uncle. It makes the dynamic between young Charlie and Uncle Charlie so interesting when she finds out that he really is this strangler, because at the same time she has so much affection for him, and the reason she knows all this is because she watches him so much. She loves him, and I think it's so interesting to see that instead of just having like a regular mustache-twirling villain. Hitchcock in general always makes his villains very interesting, I think, and this film is no exception. I also like how this film, 65 years later, seems as dark as ever. I think this is also really helped out by Joseph Cotten's performance as Uncle Charlie. From scene to scene, depending on what's going on, Uncle Charlie seems like this really nice guy. He seems like the uncle everybody wishes they had. And then in the very next scene, he seems evil and scary. There's he gives a very disturbing and very scary speech at the dinner table at one point, talking about how much he hates women, and I have no idea how this actor pulls it off, because you should hate him, and you do, but at the same time, he's a part of the family, and it's so interesting. The speech is very dark, and there's also Clarence from A Wonderful Life, Henry Travers, he's the father. He has this friend, and they constantly throughout the movie bounce back and forth these stories about how they would murder each other if they could, and it's very dark. I'm always surprised at how dark these movies are, especially black and white ones. I mean, also Patricia Collins, who plays the mother in this film, is brilliant. Hitchcock's camera work is as good as ever. There's a shot where Uncle Charlie thinks he's off the hook and thinks that another person has been arrested for his murders, and he's walking up the stairs and he turns around and he looks, and young Charlie is standing at the bottom. outside through a doorway, and it's stunning, and the shot seems so modern. Hitchcock really is a genius. I mean, with Hitchcock, you get everything. It's really bang for your buck. You get suspense, mystery, murder, twists. The climax of this film happens on a speeding train as they try to struggle with each other, or someone might get thrown off. I give it a 5 out of 5. It's a classic. Hitchcock doesn't get any better. If you have any, well, first off, I'd like to say that I am going to be seeing Ghost Town today, the new Ricky Gervais film. I'll have my review of that up tomorrow. If you guys are liking these reviews, make sure and subscribe. If you have any recommendations on any films you'd like to see me review, leave them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.